Crafternoon, everyone. It's Gina from Gina K Designs, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I'm really excited today because I was trying to think about what to do. And you know how sometimes you just don't feel like you have any mojo, and so you go to your favorite places on the internet to find a little bit of inspiration? Well, this morning I happened to find something on Jennifer McGuire's blog that looked amazing. And if you don't know who Jennifer McGuire is, you're definitely living under a rock. Jennifer McGuire is the queen. She is the GOAT. She is a fabulous crafter and creator and has a fantastic YouTube channel. So I'm going to link the video that I'm inspired by later in the description. And I think that you're going to really love the card. Now, I don't know if you'll love my card. You're definitely going to love her card. I'm going to try my best to do this today. And I like doing these inspired by videos because I think it's really important that crafters inspire crafters. So if you're looking for some mojo, find your favorite crafters, head to the Facebook groups, head to your favorite YouTube channel, and pick something that somebody else did and just give it a try and see how it feels. So that's what I'm doing today. And I did see Jennifer in the chat today. So Jennifer, so glad that you're here cheering me on because I'm going to need it. I'm a little nervous. I'm fine when I'm doing my own thing, but you know, sometimes when you're trying to make something, you're kind of replicating something that somebody else did, you know, you want to do it justice. So we'll see how it goes. But before we get started, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Happy Crafternoon,
hey,
all.
my step stool, my painty step stool is here. Let me move that out of the way.
Yeah, come on.
Sorry, I had to take a picture, so I always stand up on a step stool about 10 feet in the air and take a picture. How are you today?
I'm better than horrible from the dead space. Hey, how about this?
Okay.
Stampin' Chat, the safe place to land your spacecraft.
Is that going to be our new tagline?
Well, just a few boos there, but the safe place to land your spacecraft. Well, hi everybody, welcome. Glad you could join us. Yeah, you're quite the challenge going today.
Yes. Well, you know, I was thinking, why don't we show everybody the card that I'm going to try to replicate using my kit. So this is a gorgeous set of cards that Jennifer made from a video that she did called Floating Frame. And again, I will link that. Look at those cards. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? Well, when I saw those this morning, now she did some of that with stamping and she did some of that. She does a lot of different cards in this video. So again, I'll link it after the video. I'll put it in the description and you can go back and you can watch this. But I'm going to do mine with coloring stencils, and I'm going to do mine with the Thoughtful and Thankful card kit. So Jennifer, absolutely gorgeous cards, and I'm really excited to give that a try. Now, the thing that's cool about that is Jennifer uses press and seal. So if you don't have press and seal, I highly recommend you getting some press and seal. But if you don't have it, you can also use masking magic for this, which is kind of cool and pretty easy to use. So I'm going to use press and seal because I'm going to do it the way she did it. But if you don't have it, go ahead and try it with masking magic. And if you don't have it and you have masking magic strips, I think that would be even easier than a full sheet of masking magic, because when you do your cutting, you're going to be able to see the center and you're going to be able to see through those strips. You just have to make sure that everything is touching the strips. But we'll use press and seal today because this was an invention by her husband, Ken, Jennifer's husband, Ken, and we might as well promote the whole McGuire family today. All right, so they're all geniuses. All right, I'm going to be using this stamp set today. So this is the Thoughtful Flowers stamp set. And I thought I would try to make this a little bit easier for myself. Rather than using a million little stamps, I would try to cut several of these stamps out, and then I would just fill in with the little stamps. So that's a little bit different. Hopefully my idea will work here. I think it will. And then I'm going to start with a quarter sheet of cardstock. So let's see here. Okay. So I'm going to start with a quarter sheet of cardstock that measures 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. Now, one thing that you could do with this card if you wanted to, and maybe I should do this just to change it up so I'm not, you know, duplicating exactly what she did. I might do mine a little bit smaller. So my frame will actually then have a little border around it. So why don't I do that? I'm going to take my cardstock down to 4 inches by 5.25. So this way, when I put my piece onto my card, I'll have a little 1/4 inch frame going around the whole edge of my card. So I always try to change something a little bit, and I don't know exactly everything that Jennifer did in the video. I just got the gist of it, and then I thought, okay, that's good. I got the gist. Now, I'm not going to, totally watch everything because I wanted to try to do it myself. I'm probably going to be really sorry that I did it that way. So I pre-stamped and cut a few of these. So Jennifer, do you think this is going to work for this technique? I hope so. I pre-cut and stamped 4 of these images. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of tape here, and I'm going to tape these down onto this piece of cardstock because I am going to stencil color on these all at once. Okay. Yeah, no, it's a great video. You guys have to watch the video, and I will share that link later. Okay, so I did cut them out using the large die here, and then I'm going to color these in with some coloring stencils. Okay. Yes, I'm very nervous today because I want to do Jennifer justice with her fabulous technique. So the colors that I thought that I would use for my card are medium lilac, jelly bean green, red hot, and maybe some wild dandelion. But I'm not sure about wild dandelion yet. I'm still deciding on that one. So I'm going to start with these and see if I need to add a little pop of yellow. Okay, so I'm going to start with red hot, and I'm going to get a smaller blending brush here for this. I'm going to use the small blending brush, and I'm going to stencil all 4 of these flowers all at one time. You know what? Before I do this, let me stamp. I did stamp some other flowers too. So you know what? I've got this too stamped out. I thought I might use some of these as fill-ins in case I need fill-ins. I might not need them at all because basically I can cut things off from around the outside and then fill in if I want. But I'm going to have this on the side anyway, just in case. All right. So I'm going to start here with the red hot. Kind of excited about this today. And welcome everyone. It is great to see all of you popping in here for our Crafternoon Live. Okay, so we'll start with some red. Definitely need some red. That's one. So how many of you got this kit? Because I just looked and it is almost sold out, and I'm thinking that a lot of you got the kit. I know some of you in the beginning were going to wait for the bundles to be sold separately, but I'm curious as to how many of you have this kit, and have you tried making any of the cards that we've made along the way together. I think the kit is only going to be available for maybe another day max, because now we start taking anything apart so that we can sell those components separately during our new release, which is going to be next Tuesday night. Very exciting. Oh, good. Lots of you have it. Great. Then you could try this today too using the kit, or you can use any flower stamps that you can die cut to do this card as well.
We got a question from Val's Art Lounge. Is it better to use heavyweight or layering weight cardstock to make a die cutting template?
So personally, to make a template?
Yes.
I think to make the template, I would use like a colored cardstock that's about 100 pound, like our colored cardstock. I would use something like that. I think I am going to add some yellow in here maybe. All right, so my next flower I'm going to do with medium lilac. All right, let me find a medium lilac brush. I know I have one somewhere. I want a small one. And I just knocked over all my blending brushes. So, well, maybe I don't have a small one. Thought I did. Okay, I'll use a big one. That's all right. So I'm going to do this flower next. And I'll use a big blending brush here.
Can you share whether the release is holiday themed?
It is. It is our big Christmas holiday release. Yeah, we're very excited about it. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Holiday themed. I love red and purple together. Lately, I have been really digging that color combination. I did a card about 2 months ago with this same exact color combination, and I've been hooked on it ever since. I didn't know if it was going to look very good when I started making the card, and then, you know how that happens sometimes? Like afterwards, you're like, that's my new color combination. And you'll notice that I don't have any turquoise in this card, which I probably should have, because that's, Jennifer and I share the love of the color pool. That sea glass color. The color of the Caribbean Sea. So I probably should have used that today. I'm sorry, Jennifer. But I think this color combination will be good too.
Brian is asking, any votes for green flowers?
Green flowers? I did green flowers in my rainbow flower card. That was pretty fun. But I'm going to have a lot of green leaves in this one, so we're definitely going to have some green. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with the reds and the purples for this. So I think I'm going to, now that I have this brush in my hand, I'm going to go up here and do this one in the medium lilac. And since this flower down here is going to be red, I might as well just jump right in with this one and get these done too. So these are pretty easy to line up. And the reason why I didn't do a full stencil for this flower is because we have all the little flowers, the single flowers that you can stencil too. So it's very easy to do this. I think this will work. Okay. So Tom and I were discussing our release party next Tuesday night, and we also know that that is the first, well, it is a presidential debate that night. The presidential debate. And we know that's bad timing, and I actually got, I moved a little bit, but that's all right. I actually got a couple of emails from some of our customers asking if we could shift our time a little bit for our release party because they wanted to watch the debate. So Tom and I are thinking about shifting the time maybe about what? What do you think, Tom? Like a half hour earlier? so that we can be done in time for people who really, really want to watch.
Yes, so that's 6:30
6:30
Central.
Central instead of 7 Central. So normally our release parties go about an hour and a half. And we figured that would be a good amount of time. This way you guys would get to see everything, including the kit, because the kit's always at the end. And a lot of you always want to see the kit too. And that would kind of conflict right with when that was going to happen. So I know some of you are tired of politics. I'm tired of it too. But, you know, we usually get, I don't know, like 3,500, 4,000 people at our release parties. And, you know, if half of them really want to watch the debate, then they're going to be sad because they're not going to be able to do both. And so a half an hour shift is not that big of a deal. And we'll post it everywhere, and I will share it in our newsletter too so that you guys remember. Okay. But half an hour shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, I'm loving this. When we get the green in there, it's really gonna make a difference too. So basically, I could have die cut these after I colored everything in, but if you're not sure if something's going to work and something's going to fit, you can die cut it first, and then if it's not going to fit, you don't have to go through all the trouble of coloring it, only to find out that it didn't work for the kind of card that you want to make, and you can just use them for something else later. I like to stamp and cut a bunch of things and then just have them with me and ready to go. Like if I need a fast card, it's a lot easier just to grab something that's already stamped and cut and just figure out the colors I want to make it and whip it together real fast anyway. So, and I think if this card turns out the way I want, I think I might make a second one off screen another time for my daughter, Rena, who is celebrating her birthday this weekend coming up. She is my Virgo baby. And she is very Virgo. For my Virgo friends out there, you know what I mean. She is the organizer. She's the one you need something organized. You call Rena, and she loves to organize. Loves a good planner. I'll tell her, Jennifer. And thanks, guys. Okay. So now I'm going to do all of the leaves here in my jelly bean green. I just cleaned the stencil with a little bit of rubbing alcohol because that's really fast. But if you are sensitive to rubbing alcohol, you certainly don't have to use it. You can use whatever you want, stamp cleaner, water, soap and water. Ugh, that's pretty. See how when you get the green in there, it just, the colors look so good. That third color makes a difference. Oh, thanks everybody. I'll definitely tell Rena that you send your best birthday wishes to her. She will be very happy about that. She and I are actually cooking up something for our November release together. And then Jennifer, you and I have to plan another tag team video. So what should we do, though, in our next tag team video? Do you guys have any ideas what you'd like to see Jennifer and I do together on the next tag team video? If you haven't seen our tag team videos, they're super fun. We pick a technique or we pick a product. Like one time we did embossing folders. One time we did stencils. One time we did white pigment ink. And then we just tag team each other back and forth with different techniques. So Jennifer shares a technique, then I share a technique, and then she shares one, and I share one. And we usually end up with at least 6 techniques. Sometimes one of us comes up with a quick bonus one. But they're good videos to bookmark, too, because if you're thinking, oh, I've got these embossing folders or I've got these stencils and I just need some new outside of the box ideas. Those videos are fun references, and it's nice because all those techniques are in one spot. And we usually take turns. We'll do it on Jennifer's channel one month and then my channel the next month. But we've both been kind of busy, so we haven't really talked about the next one we're going to do. But we got to do that, and we got to figure it out. And it's always fun to hear like what you guys would like to see. Techniques with oxide inks.
You're getting a lot of suggestions.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll have to read through the chat later. Or Jennifer, maybe you could take notes for us. There are so many things. I mean, even like layered stamping techniques is fun. Especially because like layered stamping, sometimes people have trouble with their layered stamps. That might be a fun one. Okay. I'm getting there. All right. So, yeah, I think the green makes a difference too. It just brings the colors together. It makes them look less, I don't know, you know, sometimes like a red and blue or a red and purple together. It does look a little bit blue on my screen, but that could just be my screen. And remember, I'll take some high quality photographs of these and post these later. I mean, if it turns out. If it doesn't turn out, I'm just going to take screenshots of Jennifer's card and post those instead. A little nervous today. Just a little, though, because, oops, I missed that one. Because mistakes happen, and you know, I'm not as skilled with the press and seal either, because I don't use it a lot, but I love it. I think it's great. So we'll see what a mess I make with that coming up. Jennifer, maybe we should just like do something where we put techniques in a hat and we just take turns, like we have like Not So Crafty Mike and Tom pull a technique out of a hat from all the suggestions and we just show something from that. That'd be scary though. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up these smaller flowers. Yeah, I like the colors too. Thank you. I think they're coming out pretty good too. This part I'm not worried about. What I am, oh, I did forget that one. I see it. I see it. This one here. I felt you guys looking at it from the screen. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. People, well, yeah, Jennifer. That's what people were calling us, Jennifer. They were just blending our names together. Jennifer's grab bag. All right. So Tom, while I'm finishing this up, because this does take a little while still, and the rest of the technique I really have to focus on because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. This is the only part that I know what I'm doing. Thank goodness this is first. So if anybody leaves right now, they leave thinking I know what I'm doing. How about if we do a word of the day, if you have one?
Okay. So, have you ever been in a car stuck in traffic for a long time, like accident or weather, it's backed up, and you're really, really hungry.
Yes.
And sometimes, if that happens, you might have someone with you, like your child or your diabetic wife, spouse.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you're looking around and you find you just happen to find a salted nut bar between the seats or something like that.
Yes.
And you do the right thing and you share it with your child or your spouse. And so if you do that, you're making a snack-rifice. Right? A snack-rifice. And if you drop it and your dog picks it up and eats it, that would be a snacksident.
That would be.
Snack-rifice and snacksident. Words of the day. Back to the dead space.
Tom has made many a snack-rifice for me when my blood sugar went low and we were on the road and couldn't get off an exit. He always has like a granola bar, some kind of something in his car, and he's very willing to make a snack-rifice. So I appreciate that, Tom. That's a good one. I like it.
Sometimes it's something that's not so good, like a gel pack for bike riding or something like that.
Oh yeah, I don't like those. Okay, so now here is the tricky part. Okay, first of all, I am going to remove the little bit of sticky stuff from back here because I don't need anything hindering my press and seal removal part of this. This is like surgery. Jennifer, you do the techniques that are really amazing. I do a lot of techniques on my YouTube channel, but I have not done this one yet, and so this is a first for me, and I'm excited about it. So I do want to make sure that I remove this glue. Now, if you don't have a mono sand eraser like I'm using here, which is great for getting the glue off the back of stuff, you can always just take your embossing magic pad or powder tool and just dust over this, and it prevents the sticky from being sticky. So adding a little dust to it, the dust bag, that will work. All right, so now I've got all of my flowers here. And now what I'm going to do, it's a good question. Tom, where do you come up with those?
From the dead space.
That's right. They're lingering in the dead space. Okay, so let me get my blending brushes out of the way too, so I don't have a catastrophe. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to position these in a way. Let's see. That I cover a good portion. Let's see. I was playing with this earlier. I think I did something like this. I did something kind of like this. And then I brought this one. I could do it this way. Just trying to fill in the bulk of the space. I think I'm going to do these a little differently so they're not facing the same way. I kind of like how it's twisted around like that. No, that works because that's different. That's opposite. Okay. So you kind of get that, right? Where I just have them all over the front. Like that. And then I'm going to trim off a few little pieces before I actually commit here so that I can use them in these areas. So I'm going to get my scissors here, and I know that I'm going to put that one there so I can cut like this off right here. And now I can bring this in over here on the side like that. See what I mean?
Hey, look at Laurie's word of the day.
What's Laurie's word of the day?
Cardastrophe.
Oh, stay tuned. That's right. Stay tuned because we don't know what's going to happen here yet. I'll put that there, and then I think I'll cut this off over here because I know this is going to work. Now, Jennifer did hers a little bit differently than I'm doing mine here. She had a lot of little pieces that she was able to fit in, but she did recommend in her video to keep whatever you end up cutting off because you can use them for other cards and other borders, which is a fantastic idea. Okay, I feel like I need one more little piece over right in here. So I think I'll cut this off right here. And I'm just making like a puzzle, right? I'm just filling in everything. Like that, okay? Boy, oh boy. What do you think? Does this look good? Jennifer, are you there? Are you there? Does that look good? Should I have something like tilted a little bit up in here? Maybe one little leaf? I don't even know if I can do it, but maybe if I cut that off and I stick that there, and then I just, because I, you know, want that little corner to be filled in too. Okay, what do you think? I'm not going to move this, even though it's tilted on the screen. I'm not going to move it because I need it to stay where it is. Did Jennifer comment? Am I doing it right? I hope so. I'm looking for Jennifer's comment. So I'm going to cut a piece of press and seal out of this.
I think she's gone silent.
No,
To
she's
see what you're going to come up
no,
with.
she's out there. She's she's not leaving me. I have faith. Okay, excellent. Good. I saw her excellent. So I'm encouraged again. But thank you guys. I know probably a lot of you have watched Jennifer's video already. Probably all of you have. Probably the newbie here.
And you're working off the gist zone.
The gist zone? Yes. Okay, so I've got this piece of press and seal, and I'm going to gently lay it down. Oh, did I move some? Oh, I did move something. All right. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Okay. I think I'm going to press. Oh, I have the wrong side. No wonder it didn't stick. Okay. Now I got to lay this out again.
Cardastrophe.
You made it look easy. I'm not sure which side is this. Oh, that is the sticky side. Okay. All right, we'll put it back. Okay. We can do it. I'm going to put it back. This is unedited. Remember that. This is very unedited. This is live. Okay, that there. I don't like the way I cut that. Put that there. We're getting it back. I do like that there. That's really pretty, that one. And I don't like the way I cut this piece, so I'm going to re-cut that. See, I have like a little weird point there, so I'm just going to smooth that out. That's why I was going to use some of these. Oops. I was going to use some of those, but I think we're okay. I think we're going to be okay. Now the sticky side. All right, so I'm going to lay this down gently. There we go. And I'm going to press it all down. Why is it sticky on my hand? Jennifer, do I have it upside down? I do. Oh, look, it's really sticking to my hand. And it's just the static that's sticking on that side. See, it's stuck to me. Okay, so here is what I'm going to recommend. I'm going to recommend that
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad, yeah, when you pull this off, maybe make a little dot or a little Sharpie dot or something on the other side. Okay, well, at least I can fix this. And I'm, you know, in a way, I'm really glad that you guys are seeing me struggle with this, because it's important to know that, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit the first time you make a card. Ooh, and then sometimes you do something and you're like, you know, I like this position better. Okay. So we'll get that down here. There we go. This was up here more. And then I use this. I thought that kind of laid down a little bit too easy. This was up here. That just stuck to my hand. That's why. There we go. There, there, there. I need nails too, because it's hard for me to pick this stuff up. Okay. That looks good. This looks good. Maybe I'll just put that in there. And then this was turned this way. Oh yeah, now I remember. You know what would help too? Here's another thing I'm going to tell you, because I'm figuring this out as I go. If you have it exactly the way you want it and you're worried that the press and seal part, you know, you might make a mistake like I did, take a picture of what you did. Just take your phone, grab your iPhone, take a quick picture of what you did, because then if you do what I did, you know, you make a mistake, you mess something up, you're not like trying to figure out, now how did I lay it out? I really like the way I laid it out. Just take a quick picture. Okay, this is going to work fine. Okay. You just want to make sure everything is filled up. And I don't even know if it's bad to overlap. It's probably not bad to overlap, but I'm trying not to because Jennifer didn't overlap in hers. Okay, here we go. Whew. I did want something in that corner, so I'm just moving that. That was in the corner last time, but I don't remember my layout. All right, here we go. Laying it down gently. Got it. Okay, now I am pressing everything down, and I'm pressing into the white areas too, because I want to make sure that this press and seal sticks to this white cardstock too right now, because I'm going to have to pick it up and cut, and I'm scared to pick it up. Okay, so can I pick it up? Let's pick it up with this pokey thing. There we go. Okay, so now I've got it all picked up, and now I'm going to gently turn it over, and I'm going to cut away everything that's sticking outside of that edge. All right. And you want to have good scissors for this too. Okay. And Jennifer said to keep all of these little bits and pieces, because you can make a border for another card, which is a very cool idea. So see how that would make like a cute little border? You could also go back, and if you have any holes that you need to fill in, you can use some of those little pieces around the edge to fill in if you feel like there's like a shallow spot. Okay, I'm doing it. See, like there might be something that could go there in that empty space, but we'll see. Okay. And Jennifer, in one of the projects, you die cut through the cardstock. Now this is like 2 pieces of my 80-pound layering weight cardstock, and I wonder if the die can cut through or if I should peel it off first. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay, I might have to trim up a little bit here because I wasn't exactly perfect on this side. There we go. Okay, so I'm nervous to peel this off, but I think I'm using the Simon Says stamp scissors. They're really good for this. So do I die cut with it or not? The die I wanted to use for the inside piece was the Master Layouts 2. I thought the plain one would be a good die to cut out right here in the center like this. So do I peel it off first or not? What I'm afraid of is if I peel it off first and then it sticks to my die cutting mat, I might lose my position. So I think I'm going to try this like this, and I'll just really tighten up the intercut. You glue the pieces first and then die? Yeah, but Sue, the idea of the floating frame is we're going to pop up all of these pieces. So I don't want to glue them down first because I need to pop them up. And then if I die cut them, I'm not going to be able to pop them up. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be stuck down there already. Okay, so I'm using my regular plate for this, not the magnetic plate, because I'm going to go with a really, really tight cut. Okay, so I'm going to use some masking magic. Let me grab my 1/2-inch strips. That's not 1/2 inch. Here are the 1/2 inch. I'm going to grab my 1/2 inch masking magic strips for this, and I am going to hold this down. Okay, wish me luck now getting this in place. You know what? I'm going to do it upside down too, because I'm not moving anything once I get this right. Is everybody holding their breath with me? It's going to be fine. Either way, we're going to do fine. But I am going to really tape this down onto here so that it doesn't move in case I have to run it through again, because it might be a little thick. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm going to put this plate on top, and I am going to crank up the volume here, and I'm going to send it through. Feels like it's gone through too easy. Did that go through too? I think it worked. Let's see. Did it work? I can look at the other side. Yes, it worked. Okay. Now I'm going to gently peel this off. Here we go. And now the center should fall out. There it is. So this is going to be my second card. Oh, it's working. Jennifer, your instructions are so good. Okay, and now I have my frame, okay? But the floating part, the cool part of this card is that now we're going to peel off. First, before I do that, I don't need to ruin anything here. Let me get my big paper cutter, and I'm going to cut a white card base. So let me get a white piece of cardstock. I'm going to cut this the long way because I'm going to do my card vertically instead, just because I feel like I have to do something a little different. So I'm going to do mine vertically. And then I need my score buddy. Okay. And then we're going to score that. There we go. So this is going to go onto here, and it's going to give me that little bit of a border around the outside. Okay, now here's the tricky part. I'm going to peel the press and seal off and try not to lose any of the pieces when I do this. And I mean, Jennifer peeled it off really easily in her video, but I'm not taking any chances. So I'm peeling off the press and seal. I'll tell you what else I'm kind of scared about. I'm kind of scared to try to nail this right on onto this card. But, you know, I've got to overcome my fears. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see all of you here today. So I'm going to use foam squares, and I'm going to put them all over this frame. You have to make sure that you put a foam square on every die cut piece, because remember that just because it looks like it's all attached here, it isn't. It's not all attached. So you have to make sure that you put your foam squares everywhere. And you can cut some of them in half too if you need smaller ones for the little smaller bits. So I'm going to be doing that too. This is fun though. My cards usually aren't quite as complicated, which it's fun to branch out and try something that's a little bit more, you know, it's got more things going on. It's really fun. I'm using a lot of foam squares. Got to put one on here too. Let me move that down a little bit and get a new one. I'm going to get a skinnier one. I promise this is worth the trouble when you see the end result. If my end result comes out as good. But so far, I'm feeling like this might be it. And maybe I don't need quite as many foam squares. Maybe it's just me thinking I need this many, but you know, you figure that like when you put it in an envelope to mail it, it could crush down in certain areas. So by having a few more foam squares, maybe it would be better. So still a few more. I could have used some bigger ones there too. I've got bigger foam squares. That took a little piece with it, but that's okay. I do have some bigger ones for like this and these. So let me find my bigger ones. These are the same height. These are by Thermoweb. They make my foam squares for me, and they do an excellent job. I love them. Few more smaller ones, and I think we're good to go. Like, I can't forget that, and I can't forget that either. So I might have to do a little modified one here. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't even know maybe if I should worry about that, but I kind of, and that. Maybe I won't worry about that.
Kathy Z said you're an over-adheser.
Kathy. That's good. That's good. See, we should reach out to our friends for the word of the day sometimes, Tom. Okay, I think what I could do here if I wanted to is I could be really kind of fancy, and I could look at these little pieces and see if there's anything that I could use. Like maybe I could peel this one off because it's so tiny. And I just don't have a foam square that size, but maybe I could lay this in here. As long as it goes right up to the edge, why not, right? That'll overlap a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. See? So you could use those little bits and pieces And that one definitely can hold a foam square. I am an over-adheser. And this one I'm not going to worry about too much. That I'll just get rid of. Although, something could go there. What could go there? You could even make your own. Just cut something, like, just cut a straight line on something. And it would help if I had my tweezers. You know, then you could just lay that right up against it. And you don't have to go through all this. I just feel like I want it to fill in a little bit there. So, a little off of this. And now I've got to pick all these little things off. See, this is the part that makes me nervous, though. I'm going to put something there, too. This is the part that makes me nervous because I'm going to try to lay this down, you know, but it's not going to have... I can't, like, shift it once I... See, one didn't have a cover. All right. So I've seen Kathy Z use her pokey tool to remove all the little liners of these. And I tried to do that because I thought it looked so nice and the way she was doing it with her nails, but I couldn't get them to come off. What am I doing wrong, Kathy? I can't get them to come off. Sometimes I feel like, you know, Kathy and Jennifer are like, who's the guy that used to do like the renovations for this old house, Tom? Do you remember him? Who's that guy? Classy guy, used to do all the beautiful renovations for this old house.
Somebody will know.
Yeah. Somebody tell me who that guy is. What that guy's name is.
Bob something.
Yeah, Bob Vila.
Bob Vila.
Yeah, so I feel like Kathy Z and Jennifer McGuire are like Bob Vila. And I'm like Tim the Toolman Taylor. I'm over here trying to blow things up. Not trying to blow things up, but they're blowing up.
More power.
More power. Oh. It's no joke. Okay, I'm almost done. Just a couple more. You know, Kathy's nails always look good. Jennifer's nails always look good. And look at mine. Okay, I think I got them all. Now, here we go. Let's hold our breath. Whew. Okay, is there a good way to do this? Because, like, once it's down, it's down. I just have to judge what 1/4 of an inch is from my eyeball. I feel like I should cut a piece of cardstock like 40 times the size that I need it so I could just trim it down later and make it even. All right, we'll do that. Sorry if my head's in the way. Is my head in the way? Yeah, it is. Just let me... Somebody just said just use glue. No. It's got to puff up. It's got to be foam. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's going to be a little low on the bottom. So let's... Well, we'll make it a little low on the bottom. That's okay. Okay, that's going to work. There we go. Now, once I get all that in place, now I get to peel this off, the press and seal. Oh, and the way Jennifer peeled it off, it all came off in one nice piece. Watch mine tear everything. Oh, yeah. This is good. Oh, I forgot to put foam there. You know what? I can always go back and add that, though. I can see a line, right? See, I pressed really hard, and I'm tearing some of my stuff, but I could fill that in, too. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Wouldn't this be cool to make a frame like this and put a photograph in there? See, I did ink blending, so maybe that's different. I don't know. Okay. Not bad, though. Not bad. We can go back and stencil over that. That's the beauty of layering stencils, too. We can go right back over that flower. And we can stencil.
Jennifer recommends heat setting the ink.
Heat setting the ink. Okay, I'll do that next time. I will heat set the ink. All right. But we can add a little color in there and fill that right back in. So never fear. You can go back and you can fill in your color and it will work. I just don't know which flower is what. There we go. Heat set the ink next time. Okay, I'll do that. But this is working too. We could just go right in there and fill in these flowers very easily with a little bit of ink. I wish I would have heat set the other, but you know, it's going to be okay. All right, that's going to go there. I'm going to fill that in.
What do you say we mass produce about 300 of these this weekend?
For Christmas. No, these are the one-off cards that go to the special people in your life. This is the card that goes to Rena for her birthday, right? We all make those cards that are, what do we call them? Card-worthy. Our friends that are card-worthy. Our friends that know the difference. There we go. See, it's all fixed. It's not a big deal. In fact, I like it being a little darker, so I'm going to fill this one in a little darker too. But this is gorgeous. I love this technique. Okay, there we go. So now, should I try to make the second card and then we'll cut out a few greetings and we'll be done? Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to make another card here. And this one, I saw one of her earlier cards. She didn't do the framed outline, so I don't think I'm going to do the framed outline. I might just cut a panel that's a little bit bigger than this in black, just to change it up a little bit. Let me get a black panel. And I just have to measure this because I don't know how big this is. So this measures 2 3/8 by 4 1/8. So I'm going to make this panel 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to actually lay this on top like that to kind of outline, because you know I have to have black on one of these cards, right? And then that is going to be my centerpiece, but I'm still going to pop them up, and I don't care if they tear, because it's an easy fix with the ink blending. You know, and if you colored instead with Copic markers, it would be just as easy to go back and fill in with the marker if anything tears out. But definitely try what Jennifer suggested and heat set the ink, because I didn't do that. I didn't know to do that. So, but it's okay. And I was kind of aggressive with like making sure that this press and seal was really pressed and sealed. And maybe I didn't have to be quite so aggressive. But I feel like this card I'm going to love too, because that's going to be really pretty right in the center with just a greeting over it. Look how pretty they're going to be together. And then we'll put a greeting in this one. I love it. The other thing that we could do is we could, let's see, we could pop this on here along the edge, and then we could pop these up even further on the card. And if we do it in the right place, like this, it's going to all look continuous. So we could put this here, And then this, see how it would just finish off, but it would have that little black border? What do you think of that? So then we'd have 2 layers of, because see how this is all popped up here? We'd have 2 layers popped up. It would give it so much depth and dimension. Okay, people are saying yes, let's try that. This way my card can be just a little bit different because, you know, my inspired by videos aren't supposed to be exact copies. And so far I am exactly copying Jennifer, but this will make it just a hair different. All right, so I'm going to put this, actually, before I do that, I'm going to tape this backing on here. I know I still have to peel the other part, and I will. So I'm going to put that on there. This way I can like see where to position the black. I taped it to my, there we go. Okay. So there we go. That looks pretty straight to me. Okay. So it's really just attached to these little die cuts here. Now, I'm going to peel this off. Peeling the press and seal, but I'm leaving the white piece behind there. Can I get the press and seal off? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so taking the press and seal off. And now I'm going to put a few little, I'll try not to over do it again here.
Over adhese.
Over adhese. Jennifer, I love this technique. This is a brilliant technique. But everybody's going to be holding their breath when I try to get mine on. But it's okay. We're going to make it. I think that's good. One more here. It's big. I'm over adhesing. I know. All right. We're up here. There we go. Okie dokie. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I still see people coming in, even though it's after 1. That's all right. This technique took a little longer than an hour for me to do, especially because it's new to me, very new to me. But that's the way it's supposed to be.
So, a couple suggestions. I think this is also something that Kathy Z does. Put a liquid adhesive on the foam.
Oh, yeah, so you can
there's-
wiggle it. Yeah, that's a great idea. I've seen Kathy do that. This one feels like it's a little easier for me to see because it's smaller and it's easier to control. But yeah, Kathy puts glue on her foam and then she can wiggle the foam pieces around, which is brilliant. Okay. So here we go. Trying not to tear anything. Oh, that's going to tear my flower a little bit.
Fear Factor Card Making Edition.
I've torn cards before. It's not my first time tearing, and you guys have seen me do glue surgery live. I mean, it's live. What do you expect, right? Things are gonna happen. You know, I think Jennifer, when you made yours, you colored yours, right? So I think yours was a little different than what I'm doing here. See, I'll glue that down. That won't be a problem. You've seen me do that before. And I think the thing is that I was so nervous about the press and seal not sticking enough that I didn't just like tap it down. I like really put some force into it. And that was really unnecessary for me to do. I didn't need to put that much force. But we'll just touch these up the way we did the other ones, and it will look great. And then remember, the greeting's going right in the center, so if there's anything that looks weird, we'll be able to cover that up. But yeah, I really like hulked it. But we'll put our greeting on there. We can cover that. But we will just take the stencil and color it in. And then once we get the greeting on, we'll just put it right over there. See, there are no mistakes. It's an opportunity to embellish, is what it is. There we go. And I think we just need a little purple. So never worry. Not to worry. Are you worried? I'm not worried. I did lose my ink stand, though, in this process somewhere. Now you see this? I caught this. I'm going to clean this stencil because I have ink on both sides, and we do not want to mess this up. We're in this far, right? We don't want to mess it up now. So we'll just clean the whole stencil. But I am in love with this card.
Some suggestions, too, to just leave the vellum or the press and seal on there like vellum.
That's an interesting thought, an interesting idea. Could do that. This fills in super easy, though. Look at that. And once you get it filled in, that's where my greeting's going to go anyway. Right there. I wonder if the press and seal would hold up, like if it would stay, or if it would start to peel away, because it's not meant to be permanent, you know, unless you hulk it like I did. There we go. All right, and then just a little green, and we will be ready to do our greeting, and that greeting's going to go right in the center. Love it. I love it. Making sure I'm not putting that purple down the wrong spot. And one more. So now I'm going to have to try this also with Masking Magic to see how that would pull away. But see, it's all fixed. Easy peasy. Okay, so now I am going to get a greeting from this set, and I think I'm going to use the big thinking of you so we can put it right across the center. And then if you want, you can fill in any of the white spaces that you want with a little bit of bling, maybe a few little... I think the right thing to use for this, for me, what I would like to see is the disco ball sequins. I think they would be really pretty because they're not intrusive and it is kind of a busy card, but I love it. I love it. I'm so happy with it. And it's such a great idea. It's such an easy, it's an easy technique. It just takes time. It's not a fast technique. You know, and you might have to do a little touch-ups if you're heavy-handed with the press and seal, but for the most part, Jennifer said if you heat set it, that probably won't happen. But I do think I was heavy-handed. And oh my goodness, you know what? This is going to be the very last card I make with this kit for a while because our new release is next Tuesday night. Let's just get rid of that. Do it again. Our next release is next Tuesday night. Now, if you just joined us, I want you guys to know that we are going to move our release party half an hour earlier. So we're going to start at 6:30 instead of 7 p.m. Central Time. And we will be done by 8 Central Time. So for those of you that want to watch the debate, it will be available to you, and we will not be, you'll be done. You'll be ready to go. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. You can spend the rest of the night perusing all of the beautiful inspiration that our designers are going to be sharing. And I know that we have quite a few designers that will be making videos. So there'll be a lot of inspiration that evening. And I will send out a newsletter to everybody to make sure you remember that there is a time change. So I'm going back to my magnetic mat here, and I am going to cut this out. I think this is a great greeting for this card. You know, a thinking of you greeting, it doesn't have to be like a solemn kind of thing. I mean, you could be thinking of someone on their birthday. Thinking of you and hoping you have a fantastic birthday. So, thinking of you is a good, big, chunky greeting to have in your collection. And then this, we're going to put that right over that one flower that I didn't like. Ooh. Look at all these things that we could put under there on your special day. There is a little room, you know, to go under there, thinking of you on your special day. But maybe I'll just leave it this way for now, and we'll add a little bit of bling. So let's do that. Maybe I will add... Should I add it? Do we have time? We have time. At this point, we're over time anyway. Why not? Let's just add one more. Let's just add on your special day, because then I can give this to Rena for her birthday, and I think she would love it. And I know she's not watching because she's working.
That's why we call it blingering.
Thinking of you on your birthday. That's good too. I like on your special day though. It's not just her special day, it's my special day. I'm the one that did all the work. Any other moms feel that way? Happy birthday. You're welcome. Wouldn't that be a good inside greeting? Oh my goodness. I'm being silly now. Here we go. I think the mothers should get the present on the birthday. Birthday. It says it right there, what was going on that day. She was just going along for the ride. Okay, so I did not organize these at all, so I am just... Oh, I nailed it. I just picked one and hoped that it was the right one, and it was the right one. See, this was meant to be. I was meant to put this on the card. So Jennifer, in her video, she makes like 420 cards in 15 minutes. And I'm an hour and 16 minutes in, and I'm still working on the one card. Okay, this is going to be good. I feel like it just needed something under there, so... I won't lose my stamp in the Misty. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me that, though, because I might have done that. I very well could have done that. I've also lost my magnets underneath my score buddy. I mean my dies underneath my score buddy and all kinds of other things. So let's zoom in here on this card. We'll zoom in a little bit. There. Ooh, that's too much. That's too much. You might see some of my mistakes there. Okay. There we go. Good, good. I always think about the people watching on a big screen too. So I'm not going to pop this up because we have enough popped up. We've got the floating frame in the back. Then we've got this floating panel in the front. And so we're just going to pop this right in the center, right on there. Thinking of you. There we go. And we just got to stick it to all the paraphernalia there. And then we're going to put this one by tweezers on your special day. Yep. There we go. And now we're going to fill in just a tiny little bit. We're going to blinger for just a minute here. Where's my glue? Where's my glue that I just cleaned? Is this it? Yes, this is it. And we're going to just do a couple little disco ball sequins in there. So let's put one here. And one down here. We could put two here. I think little ones there. One up there. Maybe one down here. Over here. Okay, I'm using a lot of tiny little micro disco ball ones. Move that up a little bit. Oh, I put it right in the glue. Oh, there were two, that's why. There we go. Okay. To me, that little bit of bling really does make a difference. This one's a little bigger. It's okay though. We can mix them up in size. Put a bigger one up there. Tiny one here. And maybe a little bit of a bigger one. Do I have a bigger one? There we go. So I don't know if you could see those in there, but you'll be able to see them on the picture that I take and see all the dimension you get. Like it's really popped up. Everything is all popped up. Well, for those of you, like I said, who are living under a rock, this card was inspired by Jennifer McGuire. If you've never watched her videos, which I know all of you have, you can find this one over at her channel, and I will share that in my description after the video is over here. And Jennifer, thank you so much for always inspiring us with so many amazing techniques. I love that we had a few little mishaps on this because it does show you that you can have a mishap. Oh, here, this little glue thing here. I gotta just put a tiny bit of glue right here and glue this little thing down. There we go. Perfect. It's good to have little mishaps. When you do things live, you always have mishaps. And it's good to have those once in a while because it just shows you that you can overcome them. So when you're trying something that's outside of your comfort zone, something that maybe you haven't done before, and it doesn't go perfectly well, don't throw in the towel, you know? Don't give up because like you can make corrections and you can do things a little bit different and outside of the box. So definitely go and check out Jennifer's video afterwards. I will pop that link in there right away as soon as I get off today, and you guys will be able to see all of her gorgeous cards. Her cards are absolutely gorgeous in that video, and it was such an inspiration this morning for me. So I'm glad that I got a chance to try this too. All right, everybody, it is time to give away a gift card. So let's do that. Tom, ready to give away a $15 gift card to one lucky commenter?
Ready. Drum roll, please. Here we go. And the winner is Barbara Joy. Barbara Joy.
Yay, Barbara! Congratulations! All you have to do is send your name and email address to info@ginakdesigns.com and we will get that gift card out to you. Well, everybody, if you'd like to check out our Facebook group, we sure would love to have you over there. It's called Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends. It's one of the busiest and most friendly card-making Facebook groups out there. We hope you will join us for all the fun. Also, if you see something you like, today might be the last day to get this kit. You can find it at ginakdesigns.com. And our next release, this bundle will be sold separately as a stamp and die combination. So if you just like that, you'll be able to get it next Tuesday night. Now, if you liked today's video, and I sure hope you did, if you would hit the like button, that always helps. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. Jennifer, love you, my friend. Thank you so much for being such an inspiration to all of us. Day after day, we love your cards. We love you. You are a blessing to our industry. And all of you are a blessing to me and to Tom. We love having you join us day after day when we do our lives. So we'll be back next Tuesday night with our brand new release. It's going to start at 6:30 Central Time, and we hope to see you there. And in the meantime, you stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.